Hello, everybody. Bill Thornton, SoCalSabre. It's Music Saturday, December 21st. I'm going to be showing you what I listened to this week out of my collection from my albums and my CDs. And see if you like it, which one would you pick if you had to pick one? Because at the end, I will tell you which two were my favorites this week. Doesn't mean that they were better. It's just for some reason, I really enjoyed them a lot. So before we get started, go down there and hit that like button. If you're watching and you haven't subscribed so yet, please do so to help the channel grow. I appreciate it very much. Comments also help. So we started the week off with a 1971 horror, classified a hard rock, horror rock album, Killer by Alice Cooper. Yes, I picked this one up on Whatnot. The cover's probably in like a G plus. There's no splitting in it, but it does have a lot of wear. Probably got played a lot. This was the fourth studio album by the American rock band. Now remember, at this point in time, Alice Cooper was the name of the band, not the name of the guy that sings nowadays. Okay? When the band disbanded after in 78 or 79, he took the name on as his personal name. There's your trivia today on Alice Cooper. Eightfold, pretty nice stuff. Rocked it pretty good. The album peaked at number 21 on the Billboard's Hot 200. And there's two singles on here reached the top 100 chart. They're Under My Wheels and Be My Lover hit the Billboard Hot 100 charts. And it comes on the Warner Brothers record, Warner Brothers label. In pretty good shape. So that was a good rocking start to the week with the 1971 Alice Cooper album, Killer. So then we're moving on. And then we got one by a guy that I've heard a lot about over the years, but I've never had none in my collection. I don't know why, because I am a guitar fan. So I never checked them out. I got this one on Whatnot also it was a bundle. The guy from NTX Vinyl was doing a bundle, and it was called Guitar Bundle, and I bid on it at a very nice, reasonable price. I got 5 of them in the bundle. This one here is The Story So Far by Rory Gallagher. From 1976, he's an Irish musician and songwriter. He's known for his virtuosic style of guitar playing and is often referred to as the greatest guitarist you've never heard of. In the week of Gallagher's deflection to Chrysalis, Polydor Management sought to recoup some of its investment and released The Story So Far, pulling a representative cross-section of his catalog. The 8 tracks represented material drawn from 5 of his 6 Polydor albums. 47 years old, passed away, complications of a liver transplant. What a shame, because I like this album. This was good, and the guitar work is good. There's no inner on it, and so this is the first thing I had in my collection by Rory Gallagher. And probably, now that I've heard him play, it probably won't be the last. Then we got the red Polydor label that they use. After he defected from them, went over to another label. In really good shape. Played very good. So we had 2 rocking albums to start off the month, or the week with. We had the first was Alice Cooper, and then this one, The Story So Far, by Rory Gallagher. Let me see what they classified his style of music. They classified rock and blues rock, electric blues, and boogie woogie. Good stuff. If you're a guitar fan and you never listened to Rory Gallagher, check him out on one of your streaming services. You might like him. You might want to pick some stuff up by him. Okay, moving on. We stayed with the old classic rock theme. No, we didn't. What am I talking about? All right, let me get this baby working here. I pulled out the first album from this box set, the Pulse CD box set. I did do a special when I unboxed it the first time, a special video on it. So if you want to see everything that's in here, please go ahead and check that video out. I got this at a really good price from Etsy and whatnot, and couldn't pass it up. The first album, I wanted to show you all of the cool covers on these things. This one has Shine On You Crazy Diamonds Parts 1, 5, and 7. Astronomy Domain, What Do You Want From Me, Learning to Fly, Keep Talking, and Coming Back to Life. And it sounded really good. It sounded really good. Okay, and then we got some on the inners. We also got some I tried to put this in a sleeve and then slide the sleeve in there, but the sleeve wouldn't fit inside of here. So I just have to be careful of this one here. This was really, really good. It's a 4-album LP box set, the Pulse. This was the first one that I listened to. Listened this week. In the United States, despite the price of $34.99, this came out in 2018. This is a 2018 reissue of the 1995 release. Despite the $34.99, it debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200 during the week of June 1995, with 198,000 copies sold. Became the first multi-disc album to top the Billboard 100 since the chart started using SoundScan data in May of '91. The next week, it fell off to number 3 on the chart, and it remained on the chart for 22 weeks. The CD, the box set did. Pretty good stuff here. Pretty nice stuff. Check it out. Really good. I'm so happy I got this in my collection. That's 2 box sets this year that I really like. And okay, so now we're going into another classic rock one. And I call it classic rock. It's a 1983 self-titled album by Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. This was the 3rd studio album by Joan Jett and the 2nd to feature her backing band, the Blackhearts. Originally released on cassette with 2 versions. Unlike Joan Jett's 2 previous albums, only 3 tracks are cover songs. The LP was released in 1992. And personally, I can only rate the music as maybe fair plus to good. For some reason, it just not grabbed me. I wasn't up too impressed with the cover songs. And, the recording sounded cheap. If sound can sound cheap, sound cheap. But I do like Joan Jett. This isn't the only thing in my collection by her. Let me see if I can tell you some of the songs that were on this one without having to hunt for my glasses. Oh, it is a gatefold, so I'll show you the gatefold too, and the back. And there was no inner with this one. Okay, let me leave my glasses real quick. Tell you because you guys might really like this album. Don't judge the album by what I thought of it. If you listen to it, everybody has their own listen preferences. Okay, in side 1 we have Fake Friends, Handyman, Everyday People, 100 Feet Away, and Secret Love. Everyday People is a cover song. Then on the second side, we have the French song, Tossin' and Turnin', Why Can't We Be Happy, I Love Playing with Fire, Coney Island Whitefish, and Had Enough. 11 songs in total. I got it at a part of that 5 bundle. Guitar 5 bundle. So anyway, it's in the collection. So now I think it was a time that we had to, let me see what the Discogs even, if they said anything about the music type. Just rock, hard rock, power, they call it power pop and hard rock. So now it was time to go into the CDs for the week. The first one was number 56, and it's the 1989 album by Joe Cocker, One Night of Sin. It was his 12th studio album by the English singer. It contains the hit single, When the Night Comes, which was in the U.S. it was number 11, which was Crocker's last U.S. top 40 hit. I've always thought of Cocker. I like Cocker. First of all, let me start off with that. And I always thought of him as probably just a singer of covers, you know, but he did have a few original. But I do have one other media by him, which was the CD Hymn of My Soul from 2008. But I do like him. And we got this. How's this baby opening up? This is opening this way for the lyrics. Not all the lyrics. I'd say it's probably. Then we got picture on the back. I always remember, whenever I hear the name Joe Cocker, I immediately think of the song he sang, I Came In Through the Bathroom Window, which is an old 50s song by somebody else. I forgot who it was, Bobby Darin or somebody. And there's the label. Good stuff. Good stuff. Happy. All right. Then we went to CD number 57. And this is another 1989 album, and this is called One, O-N-E, by the Bee Gees. Now, this was the 18th studio album and 16th worldwide. In Europe, the album reached number 10 in Germany and Switzerland, reached number 30 in various other European countries, including the UK and Australia. North American audiences had still not re-embraced the Bee Gees, as they were still regarded as a disco group, and the album failed to reach the top 40 in the US and Canada, despite the success of the hit track reaching the title track reaching number 7 in the US and number 11 in Canada. This is the 5th thing I have in my collection by the Bee Gees. I do like the Bee Gees going all the way back to, you know, Massachusetts and all of those type of songs. And I did like the disco days, and I do have some of their disco music in there. I don't know why the North Americans didn't like them in the disco and that. Come on, disco is a big craze. We all love the disco music. We used to go nightclubbing out, especially in Korea, and hitting the dance floor. But they did. But it's in my collection. I like it. Like I said, I have 5 other things in the collection. And here is the label for one. And I don't think I showed you the back. So you can see the tracks. If you zoom it in or something there a little bit. So that was the 1989 album One, O-N-E, by Bee Gees. Is it the Bee Gees or Bee Gees? I think it's just Bee Gees. I'm going to look at see what Discog says about it. It says Bee Gees. No, there's no the in front of it. All right, so the last thing for the week, which you always do, is the next album out of the music collection from the old time. This is a 1976 classic by Stevie Wonder, Songs in the Key of Life. The double LP. Got some good stuff on here. Sir Duke, I Wish, a lot of good dancing music on here. No, some big hits. A little trivia for this. This came out in 76, 1975. How many albums did I said he had? 18, 16 World War in the U.S. There's the inner, or there. In 1975, he was considering going to retire. I got a nice book here too. I want to show you. And they were making the plans for a retirement tour, farewell tour. I forgot this was even in here, but this is nice with the big pages up for the lyrics. And other pages, no pictures, but all the pages, all the lyrics. You can see how they're broke out even more. Good stuff. Well, anyway, the plans were being made for the farewell tour when he changed his mind. He signed a new recording contract for 7 more albums, but it was total performer control, artist control of the 7 albums. So the studio wasn't going to mandate anything, they said. Well, it was a pretty good thing he did, because he made a ton of money. Because this one here, this was, what did it say? He considered retiring. He changed his mind and signed a 7 contract. This was released as a double LP, and it debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200 chart, becoming only the 3rd album to achieve that feat, and the first by an American artist. Both the lead single, I Wish, and the follow-up single, Sir Duke, reached #1 on the Billboard's Hot 100. And this album, and this few other albums in the future, sold a lot. A lot. I don't see if I can spot anything on here. This guy should tell me anything on that one. I don't think it will. No. But anyway, what a smart decision that probably set him up for the rest of his life, plus all the money he probably made in the beginning. So that was Songs in the Key of Life, finishing up the week. 1976 album by Stevie Wonder, who almost retired just prior to it. Well, I hope you enjoyed this week. Oh yeah, what did I like this week? What were my favorites this week? Well, the first one I really, really enjoyed was The Story So Far by Rory Gallagher, the guitarist that passed away at 47 years old. First thing in my collection. I had heard a couple songs on the radio, but when on the radio when I'm driving the car, I don't really pay a lot of attention to it. But I did pay attention to it this time, and he was a good, very good guitarist. A lot of fun, okay? And the second one, I'll have to say, is the first album from the Pulse LP box set by Pink Floyd. Great sounds. Great sounds. Now, like the Bee Gees, Stevie Wonder, they brought back a lot of memories of clubbing and dancing and so forth. Joe Cocker, a lot of good songs on his. Good stuff. Alice Cooper, rock. How can you not like Alice Cooper? I give you a little trivia about him too, how the guy got the name. So, hope you enjoyed this. Which one would you have picked up? Would you have thought I was going to pick up? SoCalSabre saying, take care of yourselves out there. Be kind to each other. Stay safe.